So backup buying indicators. These are some of the buying triggers and some of the possible disqualifiers. Caveat, I am not saying that it's as simple and easy as saying, is your SharePoint mission critical? Okay. I'm not advising going in and doing that. What I am advising is, look, you need to come to a decision based on your line of questioning. Is it mission critical? Did you hear them say that in one of many different ways? Or is it not? And if it's not, stop, do not pass, go, because it's probably not something that's really needed in there. We talked a little bit in the previous session about SharePoint maturity. The more mature the environments, and it seems to be, there's been some extensive research done at about the 4-year on mark. Once people hit that, there is a much greater awareness of many of the problems, the subtleties, the pain points, what they would attribute value to be. And so if you can find organizations that are like, look, I've been doing it for a while, I've been using out of the box, I've been using my enterprise resources, I'm ready for something else. Okay? They have a higher level of awareness. Earlier stage, not to say that it's not, but if you have an early stage company and an inexperienced admin, it's going to be hard. You're going to spend a lot more time educating them. It's not a disqualifier, but it definitely throws up a little bit of a flag. If they're more sophisticated in that, they're more experienced in the admin, they've developed and they're using workflows, they have applications that now reside on top of SharePoint where they may not acknowledge that SharePoint is mission critical, but if you find out that they've got an application based on their extranet that transactions and dollars are flowing through, by God, that is mission critical. Okay? So you need to understand and ask the right questions to get to that point of, is SharePoint mission critical? Well, if you find out they have applications, that's once again a good indicator. And have they taken the time to develop methodically recovery point objectives for the organization, or recovery time objectives? If they do, I'm going to show you some stats here in just a moment. It's a huge indicator that they're in that top quartile. Okay? Only 1 in 4 companies actually establishes these kinds of metrics. Okay? It's something that it takes a little bit more awareness, and when you find that, they take it seriously. Because usually it's highly visible. Somebody somewhere in that organization has a dashboard that has all of the key service level objectives and attainment levels within an organization. Okay? And so somebody's keeping track of this. It's a good way to know that they're primed for an opportunity for the product. Some of the disqualifiers, once again, take it with a grain of salt. These are things that just say you got a bigger hill to climb to get there. I've never purchased a third-party product, or my organization has never purchased one. Why? Maybe they're a small organization and this is good enough. The 80-20 rule kicks in. I'm not having any problems with it. Or I just don't, my management doesn't see the need. They grudgingly bought into something. We've used it, but they're not willing to go that extra mile, even if we build a business case. So they're the kinds of things that give you an indicator that these people are going to take X amount of my time. I'd rather go get a deal that's bigger for a smaller amount of my time if I have that luxury.